Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Crusader Kings 3 here in Leon, where last time we managed to go from just one county, the County of Leon, to holding two, County Leon, as well as our other county, the County of Penth. I can't say the name, I'm just going to say Penth. The problem is now, these are going to go to different people, so Leon will go to Ed and Gestin will get Penth. So we need to become our Duke so that our land is kept under one heir. And we've got way too many sons to just kill off all our sons. So we need to hold Brittany. We need to get Brittany somehow. So we need to get that out of the way from Duchess Hudale here. And how are we going to do that? So there's Duchy of Brittany. 6 claimants. And none of them are ones that I think we can go after. Unless we get you married off to someone. If I was to arrange a marriage with you to my grandson Arnaut, who's the future... Well, hopefully he will be the future king. So you've got quite a few claims. This marriage will not result in an alliance. And you won't accept. Because you don't like me very much. Because somehow we need to get ourselves the Duchy of Brittany. We can't declare war against you for Ren. You've got an ally. So do we. They've got a little bit more money than us is the only thing. But we could try to get another county straight away. Which will give us more power. We'll see if we can get away with this. Oh yes, there's this issue. I cannot declare this war without using Cook of my liege due to realm laws. So we need to fix that as well. And our children also need guardians. I guess our wife can look after our son, and our daughters can be looked after by our wife as well. There's nothing at Duchess Hudale's court, but keep trying, you might find something. I can declare war on you, but only as an independence war. I think I understand now. In order to take the county of Ren, I need to actually attack the Duchess here, which is not going to be ideal, because obviously she's got a lot more power than I do. And also would have some allies to take Ren. So I don't think that's going to be feasible for the moment, until we get a little bit more money. Also, Honora's first teething. With my leave, my daughter Honora and her wet nurse parade into my chamber. And this is like a herald and proclaims, "My lord, you witness a monumental occasion." Monumental occasion. Honora has a mighty gift to offer you. Go ahead, Honora, tell him. "Father, I lost a tooth." My daughter proudly presents her tooth a smile, handing me a pouch with the fallen tooth inside. I can't remember, is there actually anything worthwhile for this tooth? It is prestige and child opinion up. Sure. I mean, prestige is prestige, right? Regardless of how we get it. You've acquired your first inventory artifact. These artifacts are coded on your person, provide various benefits. Inventory artifacts are stored in your inventory. Let's open it now. We will sell a counselor die. The inventory, you can equip inventory artifacts in order to get various benefits, such as increasing your skill or increasing your prestige. I haven't really played much with the artifacts because I think this was a DLC which came out after I last played. So yes, we've now got Enora's Milk Tooth for, well, best part of 60 years. Gives us a very small amount of prestige increase. And child opinion up. So for now we can hold on to it. It's a trinket. We may well get rid of it as time goes on, but for the time being that's good. Also, our councillor Morik has died. We're going to need ourselves a new chancellor. Maybe Ed, our son, can do that. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay, let's carry on here. Why can we... Apparently we can demand payment from our daughter. We'll come back to that in a second. Suzanne's first steps. I hear a commotion from my daughter Suzanne's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse is playing with Suzanne. My lord, perfect timing. Suzanne just took her first steps, she shouts excitedly. Holding my girl's hands, she tries to walk around the room. I don't want to push her to keep walking. We don't need this, or she doesn't need the stress. A giant step for a child, a small step for a ruler. 35 prestige is nothing to be sniffed at. We'll take that. Why can we demand payment from our... We can demand money from our daughter, and I think this is the money that we gave her. No, we're not going to do that. It's a silly idea. Don't think we need to do that for the time being. But I feel like we are a little bit low on options when it comes to coming after you. Because she does just have more strength than us. And we can't really go after any other bits of land without having issues. We need a hook on our liege. Our personal physician has gained the physician trait. That feels eminently sensible. And maybe we could get land elsewhere, but we can only get land within Brittany for the time being, unfortunately. And no, for profit, while out on leisurely stroll, the cry of a particular merchant stands out from the regular hustle and bustle of the street. Greetings, my lord. I have an exquisite assortment of wares, if my lord has coin. As I peer at the myriad of goods in the stall, I can hear Gwythanen murmur, "The etchings on that piece must be real, and quite valuable too." He answers me with a triumphant smile. Okay, so we might get a bad trinket, a good trinket. Offer the suggested trinket, offer the cheap trinket, or said no. So we could get potentially some stewardship experience, but I'm just going to say go away. I don't think that's worth the risk. You just need a guardian for your granddaughter, to Marguerite. Marguerite doesn't look particularly well, I'm going to be honest. Ingrid, who's our daughter-in-law, can do that. Yeah, Marguerite's not particularly well, but there we go. We need to save up money because eventually we're going to probably have some issues here. Keep looking, you may find something of use on this Duchess, the 16-year-old kid who's currently our boss, who keeps getting stronger and stronger. Any chance of killing you? Or I guess swaying you isn't a bad idea. Murdering looks pretty hard. Can't romance you or seduce you particularly. We might want to vassalize our contract. We've already got title revocation. I'd love to be able to get the war declaration done. But we can't seem to do that. It's unfortunate. Duchess Fidel is no longer sharing pair with her mother. Also, your husband is pretty unwell, is wounded, and is ailing. Interestingly, your King Philippe's steward, the King of France, our top liege, I need a hook on you somehow. Request court position. Claim liege title. If you control a percentage of countries that are de euro on one of your liege titles, you can prestige to get Empress claim on it. Ooh. That requires a lot of prestige to do. Because we're a lower level of fame than our liege. It's not ideal. It doesn't give us a huge amount of options, to be perfectly honest. And we could keep on increasing the size of our armies. But all that will cost money. We'll up the bowmen by another size. Because I don't see why we can't do that, and it just gives us a few more troops to work with. Because you're very strong, and I'm kind of worried. I mean, you do have mercenaries, which you're managing to pay for without any issue, so that is a problem. Of course, we can also hire mercenaries ourselves. Once we have the money to do so. While performing his duties as my spy master, Congar has discovered a secret held by my liege, Duchess Fidel. She has secretly taken Robert, the son heir of the Count of Auvergne, as a lover. Excellent. That is very useful information. Let's pause, because that might allow us to now go in Rennes. If I now declare war on you, use a hook. We need to blackmail our boss here. That's very useful actually. So we get a strong hook. She won't like us for it, but it doesn't really matter to me. We gained a blackmail lover. You shouldn't have fallen for someone else, that's for sure. So we probably can change. Well, there's a few things we can do with our hook. The question is, what do we want to do? We can request a court position, declare me regent. I think probably we're better off just pushing in here. Who are you allied with? Allied with you, but I think you'll probably be okay. Let's see if we can just keep growing here. We can use a hook here to declare war. It's not a holy war, is it? Why would it be a holy war? Catholic rulers may join the war. Are you not Catholic? You are Catholic, so why would that be a holy war? Is it because you're a zealot? I don't quite understand why that would be a holy war, to be honest. Interesting. I don't really want a holy war, that's for sure. That's very strange. Or we can do war declaration sanctioned. So vassal privileges. The vassal can declare war regardless of the liege's crown authority. Vassal does not have to spend a hope if their liege's crown authority prevents them from waging war. The special treatment also makes it easier for the vassal to declare wars inside the realm. But why is this no longer valid? Apparently it's no longer something that can be sent. Interesting. It's clearly something I'm not quite understanding. Okay. Maybe it's a holy war because I don't really know why it would be a holy war, to be honest with you. I'm also concerned that they are probably a bit stronger than we are. By God's nails, those accursed children, my son Gestin and his compatriot were caught red-handed, having snuck into the armory. Don't they know that weapons are dangerous? Gestin ran outside and grabbed the nearest adult, admitting everything they'd done. Gestin's genuinely distraught. I don't think he'll ever be dishonest again. Don't think we need to make him impatient or arbitrary. You can keep the trait of honest, that's fine. Why would it... I don't really understand why it would be a holy war. And also I don't want to push in. If we're not going to win, and there's not a chance. There's a chance we may not win that. Suzanne's first enrobing. She's dressed in my clothes. You're a little scoundrel. Why not? Could get $60 through our hook. I don't know if that's worthwhile. You're going independent? For too long... Okay, so... Countess Yofa is going independent. I am not going to fight with you. Sorry. We could just get $60 here with our hook. I don't know if that's a wise decision. County Wren's revolting, so let's see what happens when that's over. Because I think they'll probably lose that, to be honest. Because I think she's got good enough stewardship to hold a decent amount of counties. Well, she's got a stewardship of 7, so maybe not. Let's see what the result of this war is, and then we can go from there. Because we've got this hook, so we want to use it. Sorry. Our wife keeps on teaching our sons Italian. Well, that's an inherent problem, as long as he's not turning Italian in terms of his culture. That's fine. I don't think we're having any issues there. That's not a problem. Right, what is the result of this war going to be? Because do you have enough ability to hold on to all these territories? I don't know if you do. I might even be able to just demand one with my hook, I'm not sure. Oh, you do have enough ability. That's annoying. Because you've got 3 out of 4 holdings. Because technically the Duchy of Brittany isn't a holding, it's just a title. So what do we do now? Offer military assistance in exchange for gold. She might accept. if your war contribution is 266, that's fine. The war's going to be over pretty momentarily, I would imagine. Keep looking, you may find something. People like to keep going into the armory, don't they? That's fine, you just keep your current trait. We could have rebelled along with that other county, but I don't think it was particularly worth it. To be honest, I don't think they had the troops to survive there anyway. I'm concerned about your strength in terms of your raised troops, so you no longer have your mercenaries, which is good. We probably want to keep on upgrading our own troop size as well. We'll go for another increase in our man at arms, I would say. Obviously it's going to come at a cost, but we want to have enough ability to fight back against you should the need arise, and I think it will at some point. Okay, back to our council. Domestic affairs, I'm just thinking if we want to fabricate any claims. I guess we can try get a claim over at... where are you based? You're based here. The neighbouring rulers lost the war. You come here. Now, what's going to happen here with this war? You are currently a prisoner. Is this still going to be a... I guess I can't declare war against you when you're in jail. So we're going to see what happens to you. You've taken that territory. It's annoying. Of course, court position, start claiming faction. Is there anyone we can get as a claimant who's useful to us? There is you. If I was to send you a gift... Oh, it's a lot of money. I don't think we can sway. I'm just wondering, can we get a marriage with our son? Oh no, I think we looked at this before. You wouldn't accept. And this would be playing a long game. Because eventually we would be playing as Arnaut, but we would be playing as Arnaut's children. I don't know if that's a claim we want to try push for the time being. I'm not sure that's an ideal situation, to be honest. Declare me regent. That only works if you... that's only useful if our liege goes into a regency for whatever reason. I don't know if that is useful or not, really. So you hold some territory. What is going on, Hound? I feel like something's happening between France and England. Let me have a look. Oh, goodness me. Right. We are going to need to put a sensor for that. Why are you naked? What's going on here? So you're humble, you're fickle, you're gluttonous. You've got a jewelled necklace. No raiment. This character's wearing nothing but a smile. Until 1088. Okay. The Queen of France just doesn't seem to have any clothes on. Right, let me not let me not go back to the Queen of France for a while. What fight's going on here? I don't know quite what's happening. Okay, war against the tyranny of Duke Robert II of Normandy. Interesting. Keep looking. You might find something. Although I really don't know what we're going to be able to do here to push forward. The only way I can see about doing this is if we change your heir. I think trying to murder you is going to be hard. Yeah. That's going to be a real struggle to murder you, I think. But we'll start a scheme, because the last one worked relatively okay. A couple of people will join, so I guess invite you to the scheme anyway. And our personal physician is also going to lend a hand. I guess that's good. Still not great in terms of success rate, but it's progress. If we could get you in, that'd be good. How much do you... Oh, you need a lot of money. Not sure that's worth it. Anyway, in the meantime, let's get a new perk. What's the income per stress level? Fearful troops. I guess we'll go for a golden aplomb. And work towards at any cost. Don't like how rich she is either. Greetings, my lord. One of my cooks says, I have your son guesting with me here. Promise to clean the pots in the cookery, you see. She drops a sharp breath and clean every pot he did, even scrub the cauldron without me even asking. That's a sweet boy you've got here. This is indeed very selfless, but does this act suit Justin's stature? Okay, so he keeps compassionate. Or he can become lazy or gluttonous. No, stay compassionate, that's fine. So you know Brythonic, and you know a couple of vulgar culture languages. Interesting, so that minor tongues. How many languages do we know? I guess it doesn't tell us. Interesting. Right. I mean, this murder is only going to get to 46% at best. I should blackmail you, really. Because you're a deviant. So actually, you're the spy master of the Duchess. So let me go back to the murder scheme now. Can I invite you to scheme? Request excommunication. Demand payment. Sadly, I don't think the spy master can join the fight here. During my afternoon stroll down the streets of Lyon, my son Hamon runs up to me. Father, they just start swinging at one another when he's interrupted by a high-pitched shriek, turning our attention to the fight down the street. The combatants appear to be a couple of young lads from my court, circling each other in preparation for another tussle. So we can break it up and maybe get a firm hand perk. Or we can try and bet. It's a learning challenge. How are we going to... We're okay at learning. We'll have the mediate. It's only a 5% chance of firm hand. Let's see if we can bet here. 183. Ah, we won 60 gold. Excellent. House Rohan. That's cool. Theoden King will not be far behind. Your liege King Philippe has declared war on Queen Matilda. Why? And for what? And the French do Euro war for the Duchy of Normandy. Interesting. So that's to take the whole of Normandy away from England. That could be an opportunity for us, depending on how that goes. Apparently Queen Matilda is irritable. King Philippe has imprisoned Duchess Houdel and is moved to house arrest. Why? Ah, the secret's been exposed and we've lost our blackmail hook. That's unfortunate. We probably could have utilised that a little bit better. Why are you under house arrest? I'm guessing for your deviancy. Mysteries of the Scriptures. My grandson Arnaut and his little friend Hamon have taken a copy of the Scriptures from the study and brought it into the playroom. They spent hours trying to understand what was written on its pages, talking about the Lord and the many mysteries of the divine. Arnaut seems to have developed a deep respect for the words of the Catholic faith. It's fine, you can do that. If I declare war on you now, Independence War, it's not that useful for me. You're still pretty strong. It's no longer a holy war, but we need some allies to help us out there. Not me, someone a bit more important, to be honest. I mean, Munster will give us a little bit more to work with. Can we try and arrange a marriage with one of our daughters, perhaps? Maybe not our wet nurse. We can't get a matrilineal marriage. But I wouldn't mind an alliance with Munster. So we'll send that off. Because I feel like in the future we might want to go off to Brittany, and having an ally would be very useful for that. And a lot of that comes from levies, which is unfortunate because a lot of their strength comes from their men-at-arms. Let's keep increasing our size of troops here. I've got the money to do it for the time being, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh, she's left prison again. Okay. And she's pregnant and also an adulterer. This is a crime to King Philippe. That's probably why he's been imprisoned. Houdel has violated the sanctity of marriage by copulating with another. That's why she was imprisoned. Okay. So shame we no longer have that secret. We'll have to see what goes on here with the fight for Normandy. Well, I think Matilda will lose that, to be honest. Just looking at the strength here, we've got Navarra, Athlone and France versus England. Oh good, she's put some the Queen's put some clothes on. Don't know why she... Oh, that's bad. The existence of my plot to murder Duchess Fidel has been discovered. While my involvement is not yet known, this will make it a lot more difficult to bring my plans to fruition. Okay, let's stop the murder. Let's stop that because it's not going to be successful. And we don't want to be seen to be the one who is responsible for that. Okay, we've increased county control. That's useful. I guess we can put you in there. Not that we need to do so for much longer, but we may as well get complete control everywhere. Yes, we'll see what the result is here. Maybe we can get territory there, but the problem is we need to kind of be independent of Brittany before we can do that. Alpha military assistance here. Okay, if war contributions is 100, they pay us 27 gold. I guess we can go assist. Reflections of the future. I'm drawn to a nearby church by the faint claps of worshippers as they beseech God for good fortune. Do on strength and body. Dynastic favour. Prosperity. We'll go for prosperity, why not? You joined a war. We're losing that at the moment. There's a lot of hostile armies here. We'll raise our armies. See if we can go lend a hand. We'll probably earn a little bit of money here as long as we contribute enough. There's a lot of enemy forces coming in, including Devon. And we don't want to necessarily lose our troops, so we'll pull back if we need to. There's a lot of troops there, which is somewhat concerning to me. Well, you're coming this way. Let's bring our troops back down, I would say. I don't want to be attacked if I can help it. If they're going to go back across the channel, that's fine. It looks like they are. We might be able to get a little bit of money from prisoners or from raiding. Wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. So we'll pop in here, see if we can help. Okay, we can get a claim on vans. Let's do that. Bring you over here. I don't want to be attacked if we can help it. This is going to be one of those wars which carries on for goodness knows how long, I would say. Keep looking for another hook. We're going to need it. I think probably just send our troops home for now. Some pretty big English forces in the area, but there's a big French force here. Dynasty has unlocked the ordained rulership. Dynasty legacy, so monthly piety and clergy opinion up. It's not a bad thing at all. Problem is all these armies are separated, so it's kind of hard to get anything done, I would say. Okay, start bringing these guys back over. Our war contribution hasn't exactly been remarkable so far. It looks like there might be a bit of a kerfuffle over here. Maybe joining this war wasn't the most sensible decision. At the time I thought it would have been, but I don't know if that's still the case. So I think France is going to actually lose this if they're not careful. There's definitely going to be some fighting going on here. I think England's going to win that. Oh no, France is very much winning that. Good. Excellent, that's cleared the way for us, hopefully, going forward. Okay, well, let's not push in too quickly, because there's still a big force in the area. But we might be able to go help with a fight if there is one. So you're heading home, but doesn't mean that the war is won yet, that's for sure. We just need to have this force here. Enemy ally joins the war. Okay. Apparently Honora spit on my son Gaston's food during dinner a few nights ago. So our daughter versus our son. Seems as Gaston is trying to tire Honora out by not reacting to her bullying. No matter how many times Honora calls him a cur or stabs him across the cheek. Don't be meek, take revenge. Don't think we need to do that. Just stay calm. We'll try to teach our children to be good people, although Honora's apparently being quite spiteful and bullying. So it's not ideal. There's lots of different sieges going on, but no one's actually really fighting that much. And we don't really have enough troops to actually do this, so all this doing is costing us money. So I'm going to head home for the time being, because I don't think this is helping us really. And I'd rather save our money for taking on you, to be honest. We'll let that other war just tick on in the background, I would say. So we'll send you home. I don't know if we need to send you home, but we'll send you home anyway. And then disband you there. Just so we can get more money back. So disband. Take 33 days to return home. That's fine. I don't think we need them for a little while. And that's going to get us a bit more money. Do we want to increase our size again? We could do. We may as well keep increasing our size. I think that's probably a good idea. We've got quite a bit of money, so we could get some mercenaries here. Albeit so could you. Which is not great. I don't know, it feels like we're struggling to make any meaningful progress here. At least for the time being. We need to somehow break up your domain holding. We can't really do that by murder, unfortunately. And seduce and romance isn't really our thing, and would be very hard anyway. Do you want my daughter's tooth? Probably not. Request claim. Offer courtier, demand hostage. Exchange hostages. Off hostage, interesting. She's travelling abroad. Can I request a claim from the Pope? Yes, but only if he likes us. It only costs us 220 prestige, so can we start swaying the Pope? 176 gold to increase the Pope's opinion of us, but not by a huge amount. Seek indulgences. Ask for gold. We'll see if we can sway him. I don't think we're going to be able to manage it. My grandson Arnott has been asking me for a dole for a long time, and I told him I'd get him one in 3 months if he'd display more focus in his studies. He simply waved my offer away, saying he didn't really care that much anymore. So he's fickle. Arnott must take me at my word. Do I mind if he's fickle? He's humble, he's impatient, he's fickle. Change your mind is a healthy mind, sure. It's very hard. We'll see if we can start swaying the Pope. I don't think we'll be particularly successful. But that might give us some more options in the future. Okay, I'm going to re-raise my military. I'm going to go see what we can do here to lend a hand. Just take over some land here. There we go. Head over and let's see if we can just get some war contribution here, just to get a little bit of money. We get a new lifestyle perk here. We can't get any cost just yet. So we'll go for fearful troops and just keep working towards finishing off this lifestyle tree. Yeah, 20% success chance is not ideal. But you know, we've got to try do something here. Oh, can we help? I was supposed to say, can we help with that war? Doesn't look like we can, because I thought there was going to be a battle there, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any more. See if we can come down here and get some prisoners. Just got to watch out for you guys. Make sure you're not coming after us. Hopefully the French can go and kill them. I know we're French as well, but it's a different kind of French. Oh, they're coming in for us. Okay. I kind of hope our allies come and support us. I think they are. They better. They're going to have to hurry up about it, otherwise we're going to lose all our troops here. Come on, France, thank you. Oh boy, that was close. It's a victory. And we should get, hopefully, some more contribution for that. Your contribution is 220, so we'll get some money for that, good. And I'll probably send my troops home, but I guess we can stay here and siege down to get some, maybe some additional prisoners or anything like that. Realistically, we should be using our different commander, our acclaimed knight here, because he is our sword in the plains, yes. Let's keep pushing it, because hopefully this will also up our relation with our king. I mean, maybe when it's ended. Nora comes of age. I am proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. As an active and enthusiastic child, it's no surprise that Nora has grown well in her studies of war and combat. She has shown great aptitude in battle tactics and management of armies. It is a shame that she will never command armies. She's not bad at all, actually. Yeah. You're now married. So I guess we're starting to spread some kind of bits into some kind of, I was about to say power into Ireland, but that being said, it's not a matrilineal marriage, so there probably won't be much there. I'll have to see. You're not even besieging. Are you even besieging anything? It doesn't look like. No, you are besieging. Good. So the war carries on going. But again, I'm not entirely sure what that's gonna do for us just yet. Sometimes I feel as though the entire world rests squarely on my shoulders. My responsibilities as count seem endless. Indeed, I hardly have a moment for myself. This is my duty after all. I'm surrounded by fools, so we become irritable. Or become drunkard. This is my duty, that's fine. We might be able to get more money from our daughter once she's a bit more powerful. But actually, stress is good for us in a certain way because it gives us more money. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Still, trying to actually push forward here and actually make any progress within Brittany itself is going to, I think, prove quite problematic. Can I request an excommunication? Wow, the Pope actually got sway by us. Now, that is interesting. Can I just request a claim on her outright? That would be a lot easier. Request claim. You wouldn't accept that, but you would accept her being excommunicated. It would cost me 500 prestige, though. And you would become our rival. Is that something I want to do? You might have your title revoked. Because this is a crime to King Philippe. And either you'd be imprisoned and killed, or imprisoned and I might be able to take advantage. 500 piety is a lot to spend. We're going to see if that is worthwhile or not. I'm most disturbed by these tales you tell me of Duchess Hudel's misdeeds. It pains me to do so, but I agree that for the good of the Catholic faith, she must be excommunicated. Yeah, no wonder she's my rival. Change rival to duel, inflicting stress if you win. Definitely can't seduce her or romance her now, that's for sure. If I request a claim, you will now accept because she's excommunicated, so that does actually work for us. Although she is still much more powerful than we are in terms of just general strength. Although she does have less money than us at the moment. Pressed claim are considerably strong and inherited as unpressed claims by the children of the claimant. Well, this would give us plans for the future. We're going to ask for a claim. So we spent pretty much a lot of our piety there. I pointed your request and decided to recognise your claim on the Duchy of Brittany. As Duchess Hudale is a woman, you're within your right to step in. I'm not sure that's quite what this is about. I've got to watch out. My health is ailing here. I don't have long. I'm going to bring my troops home. I want to save money, and I think we can use them usefully here to make a push here for the duchess while we've got time. Although her strength worries me, to be honest. We could create another regiment, but I don't think that's worthwhile. Do I increase size of both? I think I'm going to have to here. Which of course will come at a cost. We'll get some more mangonels as well. That's a big investment, and it will cost us a bit of money, but if I send these troops home, we should get some money back. And my hope is that we can somehow find a way before Count Morvan dies here. When we... Maybe do we switch our lifestyle here to go back to learning to give ourselves a health boost? We're already quite healthy. We've got a whole of body. Is there anything which will give us additional health here? I guess probably we can go for Scholar just generally anyway. Buy claim interaction, that's interesting. Didn't see that before. We can go for more party now. We're going to go switch back to medicine. So I want the extra health, because that's going to put us back to fine. Because we need time to build up our forces to take on the Duchess here. So that we can get things ready for Ed to take over the mantle. The Duchy of Normandy war carries on, but that's okay, that's not really what we're about. So yeah, you don't like us very much, which is understandable. Now we do have some allies here, so we could maybe push in. Because we've got the Petty King Brian of Munster. You also have allies. Question is, would our allies turn up? Because if we've got you, Petty King Brian of Munster, that would be very useful for us. And unlike before, our Irish friends are pretty close by, but you actually don't like us very much. It's the only problem. Guestin comes of age. With his coming of age, my tradition of Guestin is at an end. Always the clever child, Guestin proved time and time again over the course of his studies that he had a natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. He now knows lots of ways to get what he wants. Most importantly, he is highly aware of the political implications of those wants. Interesting. It's pretty decent. He is homosexual, but let's see if we can find him a decent spouse here. Alliance power. Really? Get married to the king, to the daughter of France, and they would accept? That's very curious. I mean, surely we've got to take that. I mean, is there a claim there? Guessing not, but still, that is quite good for us. You have no claims, though. But you are the daughter of the king. could be useful for us. Hang on, let's just pause a second here. Because if King of France, who is in line for the succession here? Will be inherited according to Kingdom of France's male-only partition law. Ah, that's less useful then, because you are never going to be in line unless the inheritance laws get changed in France. I think that's unlikely, to be honest. That being said, an alliance with France wouldn't be terrible. Send it off, because having France on side, just generally, I think is going to be useful for us. Excellent. Duke of Champagne has proposed a betrothal between my son and our daughter Marguerite. You're club-footed and you want a non-matrilineal marriage. Don't think that really helps us, to be honest, so no, sorry. No chance of that happening. The Pope really quite likes us. I'm surprised we're getting away with this. Now then, while we are still in relatively good health, is this a good time for us to push in against our boss here? Duchy of Brittany. Let's see. Right, we're paused at the moment. Straight away, I'm going to call my allies in. Oh, you won't accept. That's a problem, because you don't like me very much. What about Meath? Would Meath come? Meath would just turn up. So bring you along. Now, King of Munster, we really need him to turn up. 150 gold to get 29 opinion. I think it's going to be worth it to try get him to come and join the war here. It's my hope. We may not need him, but I feel like we've got to try here. Oh, he still won't just accept. What can I do here? Hang on. My daughter's tooth. Is this going to be the thing that wins it for us? Is my daughter's tooth? Hang on. Let me... How do I stop holding on to that? Unequip. There we go. Now if I send my random daughter's tooth to the petty king of Munster... Here, have an artifact. He gains 10 opinion of me. No way. Oh dear. If this works, this is going to be remarkable. Okay. Now, if I try to call him to war... That's interesting. We get a claim of the Duchy of Bar. Anyway. Now I'll call you to war. No way that works. We send our daughter's tooth and he's willing to accept and come to war. Okay, that's quite funny. We will call things apart there. Let's just make sure that everyone comes forward. So Munster joins. And Meath joins. Excellent. we're going to pause there. But now, we've got 2 allies with us. We've got a lot more troops here to get things done. Next time, the war for the Duchy of Brittany begins. But all thanks to our daughter's tooth. And also like 170 gold. But still, that's remarkable. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye-bye.